Welcome to Pastor Jerome TV. I'm your host, Pastor Jerome Davison. And I wanted to kind of give some big love to my boy, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a phenomenon. He gave big love to Omarosa, Ben Carson, and had a big sit down with the blacks on Black History Month. It's a very powerful moment. And here's what you got to realize is that he's president now. He doesn't have to do all this stuff. He doesn't have to cater to blacks. But here's what I will guarantee you is that Trump will do more for the African American community in the next 2 years than President Obama has done in 8 years. In my asking all the time, I ask people all the time, I say, what did President Obama do for the African American community? And no one can give me an answer. And all of these riots and parades and protests and stuff that are going on against Donald Trump for wanting to build walls and wanting to have a travel ban. All of these things are the things that he ran for during the campaign, and that's why we voted for him. So these are the things that we voted for, and I'm excited that we have a president now who is fulfilling his campaign promises. So you should have been rioting when President Obama decided to go back and have his final speech in Chicago, a city that has not even been helped with murder rates climbing the whole 8 years that he was in office. That was the time to have a riot and have a protest. But right now, we're looking at a president who is having a travel ban, which is very wise. One thing I will say to you, everybody's talking about that's not American, this is not American. This is a different time and age. We have terrorists, we have people who hate America and would make our lives very unsafe. Well, people saying, well, that's not American. Well, let me say this to you. We live here in America, right? Which one of you would go and tell your children to take your car and drive up and down the freeway, and every stranger that you see with your thumb out, pick them up and put them in the car? You wouldn't do that because you'd probably find them cut up in the trunk of the car. So it's wise for us to have a ban, not on Muslims. It's not a religious ban. It's a ban on people who are coming from terrorist states, terrorist nations. And if we feel like we need to spend more time vetting them and making sure that we have done background checks on them, that is the correct thing to do. That makes me feel safe. It makes me feel proud as an American. So I believe that Donald Trump is a great man, a great phenomenon, and all of this stuff that you people are talking about, racism, it does not exist. It does not exist. He's going to show us, and he's already showing us by having a sit down and talking about Black History Month. Now, let me tell you all this fake hatred for him is coming from. It's coming from a guy by the name of George Soros. George Soros is a demon in human flesh. And he's the one that has funded all of these wars, all of the murders over in the Middle East, all of the displacement of all of those refugees, trying to get them into other nations as Germany and America and Russia and all throughout the world so that he can cause havoc and and get a lot of control. So George Soros is behind most of this stuff. He was kicked out of Russia. Putin kicked him out of Russia, him and all of his banks, all of the Illuminati. And this is why the media all of a sudden tried to create a war with Russia before President Obama got out of office. Because George Soros was upset for being kicked out of Russia. So now, President Donald Trump, he is our president now. And I believe most of you are just actually proving that you're reverse racist. Because there's not going to be anything that this man can do to show you all that he's not racist and that he does have a plan and desires to help the African American community. So that's my thoughts. Please share and subscribe. I'm Pastor Jerome. This is Pastor Jerome TV. Thank you.